It's funny. Sometimes people often refer to, using haters as a method to push them, as a method to drive them, but they usually do it through an emotional pain that gets transmuted into gas or fuel just for the time being. But I feel like this is temporary, though. Now, there are some people that'll hate on you, and then there are some people that will criticize you. However, criticism isn't hate necessarily. Criticism is like, well, wait a minute, I think what you're doing is not so good. You should do it this way. It's a shame nowadays people often curb their enthusiasm when it comes to criticizing people, that people aren't as real or as harsh as they were back in the day, because, I mean, the criticism is actually what helps. See, people are so afraid to criticize people out of fear of that person's feelings getting hurt. Get over it. This is life. This is what life is about. So if someone says something positive about you, great. If someone says something negative about you, great. Count it all joy. It's oftentimes that, I tell people at the end of the video to make sure that they write dislike in the comments and to write why they dislike it. It's not like I'm searching for comments. What it comes down to is that I'm searching to get better. And if we're not using the so-called haters or the criticizers to make ourselves better, then how can we actually get better? We'll become a world full of people creating content that nobody really likes, and you won't understand it, and then you'll wind up in a fit of depression. And why is that? Because you won't understand why more people aren't listening to you or liking the things that you do, or even liking the things that you put out, whether it be content, whether it be music, whether it be anything. And it has nothing to do with that. No, we got to take the criticism and use it and learn from it. I talked about all the time, turning, roadblocks into building blocks. But a lot of times, or turning stumbling blocks into building blocks. A lot of these times, they aren't stumbling blocks. They are building blocks. It's just about the way we see it. If we change the way we look at things, the things that we look at will change. Problem is, oftentimes people are looking at it as hate. So what am I doing? All right. When someone criticizes some work that I do, or someone, wants to give me, advice to do things better, in their opinion, I'm getting a point of view of how I look through someone else's eyes. But this is what I want. This is what I welcome. You don't realize how many jewels that people give people when they say, hey, you should work on this, or hey, you should work on that. Don't be that sensitive person. Don't be that individual that says, oh, well, you're just hating on me, and just, balls up in the corner and cries. Don't just say, oh, you're hating on me and I'm going to keep doing it this way to prove you wrong. No, that's just idiotic. Wait, so you mean to tell me I need to do this better? Thank you. You need to tell me I need to do that better. Thank you. A lot of times it happens with an older individual will pull aside a younger individual, and they'll say, hey, look, I look at what you're doing. I see the road that you're on. So, you need to change the way you're doing things. You need to do things. Oh, you just hate no head. Like, no, that ain't it. They're guiding you. Since when did someone guiding you or showing you how to get better become hate? Like, that's something to really think about. Like, y'all actually misconstrue hate for an individual that is legit helping you. So when I hear criticism, which is what I search for, oftentimes when I put out videos like this, or videos to any degree, I want comments to tell me, oh, well, I think you should start doing this, or I think you should start doing that, so I can work on getting better. I can do what I'm able to do based off of the time frame and based off of how the ideas come to me. And, when an idea comes to me, I just record it on the fly so I don't lose it, so it doesn't fall by the wayside. And I want to keep that. But if there's things that I can work on, like, let me know. In sales, we often have this thing where we would talk about the positives for the day. And then we will not talk about the negatives, but we would talk about the things that we can change. But people will often view it as negatives, and they start spewing out a whole bunch of negatives. about their day, as opposed to saying, all right, well, I could have changed this, I could have changed that, I should have changed this. What does this help you do? This help you to recognize the things that need to be fixed so that I can be able to fix these things a lot faster. But if someone is criticizing, let's say my thumbnails, or someone is criticizing, the tone of voice that I have, or if someone is criticizing, the type of the video, the way that the video itself looks, that's fine. Like, I welcome it all. Even the actual hate, like people who are set out on hurting someone's feelings, so to speak. Because none of these things move me. But they will move me into getting better if I feel like I need to get better. You could tell the difference between someone that's actually hating on you and someone that's giving you constructive criticism. And that's what I want to look for. I want to look for the constructive criticism in everything that I do. If I put out music and someone says, "Oh man, that style is old. I'm not really feeling that. You need to, put something out that's a little bit more newer." Great. Like, I'm getting guidance on what I should do to get better from the people who want me to do better, whether they realize it or not. Stop looking at everything as if it's an attack on you. Like, life isn't about just getting attacked. like everything, like when you put content or when you put something out there, it's not about being attacked. It's about getting better. And I hope that if you look at like all of the videos that I do, and you see how it first started off, which is, in my opinion, very rough, to how things are as you go through the timeline, and how things get better. My goal is to get better, and hopefully I've gotten better, because I haven't gotten too much criticism, and so this is what I'm searching for to help me to get better. If you do anything, whether it be a job, whether it be music, whether it be an painting, and whether you make clothes, like if somebody's telling you they don't like it, it doesn't mean that they don't like you. But everybody's so much of a pansy. Everybody's so scary. Everybody's so sensitive nowadays that people are even afraid to tell you that they don't like something. Like, if you disagree with the things that I say, I want you to write why you disagree. My job is to get a better understanding of you so I can present to you a lot better. But unfortunately, we don't wind up in that situation. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. Put it in the comments. Like, follow, subscribe, dislike. Make sure write dislike in the comments if you dislike what I'm saying. My overall purpose of this video is to help you understand that just because someone is criticizing you doesn't mean that they're hating you. Doesn't mean that they hate your product. It just means that they want your product to get better in a lot of cases. You're just viewing it wrong. Change the way that you look at things, and the things that you look at will change. If you have any other questions, concerns, funny stories, anything like that, feel free to put it in the comments. And may everyone have a good morning, a good afternoon, and a good evening.